I wanted to talk about a problem that I have it too. And it goes like this. What do you do when you have a child that constantly you have to say to him no or to her no? No, you can't jump so high. No, you can't start running there. And no, you can't go now to buy something in town alone. No, we can't go skydiving diving now. Um, no, we can't start baking now a cake. No, 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 no. A lot of times it's children that want things that now we can't do to them. Now, it can be either you're a parent to children like that, or maybe you're a teacher, but I want to speak about the point of view of the child. So the child keeps hearing no, no, no. And sometimes if the child has brothers or sisters, that they hear more yes because they behave quote unquote better or as expected. But this child always wants something or does something that is naughty, and we have to restrain them. And they keep hearing no, 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 don't do that. No, we can't do that. No, that's not a good idea. Things like that. So sometimes I ask myself, what do these children think? How do they start thinking about themselves? And do they sometimes feel that they're not good enough, that they're too much, that they're not behaving like they're supposed to behave, that something is maybe wrong with them? So I have my youngest son, which is like that. We have to restrain him a lot, and he always wants to do things that he shouldn't do. And when we ask him something, it takes a lot of times. So a lot of negative interaction. So I sometimes just see how he gets all the time no, 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 and like that. Sometimes it's as if we are depleting this child. So this live is about how do you empower such a child, such a pupil, such a student? How do you restrain, educate, but on the other hand, how do you empower such a child? And because I'm a storyteller, so of course I will also recommend some books that can enhance this empowering to this child. Okay, so I recommend some books that can also help your child feel that they're not alone. There are more children like that. That's actually a very good thing. Their quality, they're being naughty. So, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Revital Rafaeli. I'm a children's storyteller, and I also help parents that love books help their children fall in love with books by creating magical reading time. So, again, we want to educate children. We want to teach them what is allowed and what is not allowed and how do you behave. And some children are by nature more naughty, and it's as if they don't fit in or they don't do exactly how we expect them to do. So they keep hearing the word no, 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 no. But I want to think on how can I also say yes to children like that, whether it's a child or whether it's a pupil or a student. How do I empower such a child? Okay, so I want to give you a couple of ideas. Um, the most important thing is that when you, as an adult, look at this child, I want you to seek, like a detective, what are the lights in his character. And what I mean by that is every time this child does do an effort and behaves like you want him to behave or like expected, then mention it. Every time this child does something positive, mention it. It's as if you're the seeker, and every time you see like a light, you say, oh, look, you did this. Oh, look. because you want to give attention and to focus and what on the good things this child or this pupil is doing. So number one, you are the watcher of the good things this child is doing. This is very important, because otherwise it's as if we're constantly looking at the bad things and constantly focusing on the bad behavior. We want to focus on the good behavior. Number two is ask yourself, where can I say to this child yes? Where can I be with him that I don't have to restrain him? So with my son, it will be going a lot to the park, to going out, being in a place where this child can run around, jump, and do a lot of things. In another child or student, it's deciding on one wall and saying, in this wall, you can paint and you can do whatever you want. In this special place, you can draw in every place. Bringing him big, big, big papers so he can draw in all the places, not just in something small. So, what I mean by that is finding ways to create an environment that enables this specific child or pupil to do whatever they want and to express themselves exactly how they want to. Okay, it can also be by letting them finding places where they can choose exactly what they want, okay, without us having to restrain them. You can wear whatever you want now, or you can play whatever you want to play with. So, finding the ways that we can say to them, yes. So, we said, first of all, looking at their light, finding where we can say to them, yes, and now empowering. Empowering is every time a child will tell me, and it happens to me a lot with my kid, which means, Mom, do you think I can jump from here to there? And it's like a big place from one to another. And I always say, yes, I think you can. I always say it. And even if the child doesn't believe he can, he tries it. And even if he doesn't succeed, I said, you only had this and you would succeed. And it's like magic. Every time you have a small child who's asking you, do you think I can do this and this? Do you think I can do that or that? Do you think I can run from here to there in 10 seconds? I always say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Why not? There's nothing to lose, because if he succeeds, yeah, he can. You give him the faith that he can succeed or she can do it. And your faith is what motivates them to try. And the more they try things that naturally they want to do, it's a very big empowerment, because they will naturally want to do things that are their nature. It's something they like to do. So you're actually empowering them. So try it. It's like magic. It's amazing. Whatever they ask you, say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And sometimes it can be ridiculous things, but I still say, yeah, I think you can. Really? Yeah, I think you can. And you will see how amazingly empowering it is. Now, books. As always, I believe that books can empower and give so much value to children, because a child can see that they're not alone. Okay? So, if I read to my boy or my girl this book, which is in Hebrew, but you have it in English, it's called Alice the Fairy. So, what's funny about Alice the Fairy is that she's like telling us a story. This is by David Shannon, and she is a very naughty girl, a very, very naughty girl. But you see that it's written from a point of view of love. So she does a lot of naughty things, but it's with humor and love. So if I read this to a boy that I constantly say, no, 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 he sees that, first of all, there are more children that are naughty, there are more, but they're loved. So a couple of weeks ago, I wrote a post about David. No, it's by the way, it's by David Shannon too. I think it's by him. And it's about a kid, a funny kid who is so naughty, but every time you have to say no, 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 no. And it's amazing, but it's with love. He is giving love. So it's as if we tell our child, don't worry, we know you're naughty, but we love you so much for that. Another book that I wanted to show you is Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls. It's a very famous book. It's all about famous women, but from so many. Sorry about that. But it's from so many different kinds of women. So this I like to show, to read, to show that look, even this shy girl became this and this, even this naughty boy became this and this, even this weird girl became this and this. And this is also good for articles or any character that is inspiring, but they were different, and they were and in the young ages, um, people didn't like their behavior. Okay. And another one, so don't worry, it's in Hebrew, but you have it in English. It's called Stories About Children Who Dare to Be Different. So it's all about boys, really different boys, and each boy was something else. And sometimes their childhood was very hard, and they weren't like men. They weren't fighters. They were very different kinds of boys. So what I want to show to my kid if I read them books like this is that it's okay. The fact that you are that I say to you a lot of no's, it doesn't mean I want to deplete you. I love you just the way you are. um there's a reason why you are like this active, because there's something that you're going to do in this life, that even if now it's sometimes it's harder because we want you to do this and this and you're not acting like this, it's okay. So we love you. And I will go for it again. A couple of things you can do to empower children that keep on hearing no, 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 and you don't want to deplete them. So, number one, you're in charge to look at what are the when are they behaving like you think it's great, when are they good, motivated, and show them that you see that. So you don't want them to think that you only see them acting bad. You want the times that they do suddenly shower after you told them once to shower, say, oh, you know, it was so fun that you showered the first time I told you to shower. It helped me a lot. It made the evening so easy for me. Thank you for that. You're the one who watches and shows them when their behavior is good. Number two, where can you tell them yes? What places can you take them? What activities can you bring them that you don't have to restrain them? Just let them do whatever they want to, because they have to have the time that they do what they want to. Three, empower them. Every time they ask you, do you think I can do this? Do you think I can do that? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And when they don't succeed, just tell them, oh, you know, just you had just a small thing and then you would do it. It was easy. And fourth, read them books that show them characters just like them, or different, and characters that also had different behaviors, and maybe they weren't like the good children or the popular children, and how it all turned out that they became very special people. And if you liked my book recommendations, if you want more book recommendations like that, I'm going to put a link to a guide, a small guide, a PDF guide that shows you 10 principles of choosing a good children's book. It's 10 easy principles, and you can learn to choose very quickly good books, just like I showed you. So I hope you liked it. If you have other ideas to empower children that you keep on saying to them, no, 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 I would love to hear it because again, I have a son like that and I would like to know how can I empower him even more. I hope you liked it. Please write me a comment if you did, and I'm going to put the link down. And I hope you have a great, great, great evening. Bye.